In a podcast land where thoughts collide, Brian and Craig will be your guide. No topic too small, no tale too tall. Tune in, laugh out, you'll have a ball. From mysteries deep to light-hearted jokes in a poker rhythm where laughter invokes. Untitled is their name, the fun untamed. Each episode a ride, this shows their claim. Untitled, Brian and Craig, get ready for a twist and a leg shake. In a quirky world where anything goes, join the ride as the madness flows.
What? Oh god, that was like 7 seconds from when I pressed it. It's either like immediate and shocking or like way delayed.
Yeah, well, I mean, why would anything be consistent? That's not how the world works.
Correct, sir.
Although, if it's white, it's all right. No, wait, no, if it's not white, it's all right.
If it's
Damn
not
it.
white, it's all right.
I know.
Dude, we just started and you're already doing a racism? What the hell?
I was trying to do the opposite of racism, but I'm dumb, so I didn't put the right the right words. Yeah. Okay. For the record, if it's not white, it's all right. That's what we're trying. That's what we're going for.
Yes.
I'm trying to be benevolent and good, and instead I did a racism. I'm sorry.
Wow. Craig Dodge did a racism in the show.
Great.
Unintentionally.
Yeah, unintentional racism. Is it really racism if it's unintentional? The answer to that is yes. But yeah.
Well,
but
to be fair, like there's a bunch of old antiquated slurs for like various groups of people that quite literally make no sense. I won't repeat them, but there are some for Polynesians that are like, what the hell? Like they make zero sense.
That's okay.
Yeah.
This is not the part of the show where we start discussing slurs and like whether or not they make sense. We're just not going to go there.
So yeah, this is a show which doesn't have a name. I'm
It is
the other
untitled.
guy. I'm the other guy.
You're the first guy. I'm the other guy.
Oh, I thought I was the other guy.
I think I'm the other guy. Wait, how do you decide who the other guy is?
I don't know. How do you?
I mean, we've never had a scientific study to decide who's the guy and who's the other guy.
Yeah.
So
Huh.
I don't know. It depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about who's the guy who does all the work editing and making sure that my doots for the news are not too loud, and who puts in the opening and closing credits and actually posts it to the internet, then I'm the other guy and you're the guy. If you're talking about the guy who spends way too much time doing silly doodles of things that we sort of talked about, then I'm the guy and you're the other guy. So it's really
true.
As Obi-Wan would say, it's really a matter of perspective, I think, on who the other guy is. Maybe we could both be the other guy. That just puts us on equal footing.
Yeah, we're both the other guy. There's no the guy. Well, there is the guy, and that's Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, or is it Godzilla?
Oh, no, it's Godzilla. Sorry, we were having a discussion beforehand, and we were like, and as we all know, Josh Allen is Buffalo Jesus, but he's not my Jesus, because my Jesus... Yeah, but Brian's Jesus is Godzilla.
Godzilla, clearly, yes. And I was going to say that, but I thought it might not be nice. And then Brian just said it for me because sometimes we share the same brain cell, and that's what happened. So that's good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. So I had one weird thing happen this week.
Oh, I like weird things. Let's begin with that.
So I'm sitting down. I'm at work. I've been planning for like this big back to school coverage thing, and I get a phone. There's people can call into the building, and it rings every phone in the newsroom.
Oh God.
That doesn't happen too often. And some guy, and he's like, "Hey, it's utilities." I'm like, "Okay." And he goes, "Hey, there's a water main break, and we're gonna need to shut off water in like 15 minutes. So shut off water to the building." So I go around, and I tell everybody. I send an email, and I tell everybody, "Hey, get your coffee, go to the bathroom, whatever."
Yeah.
Because water's gonna shut down. And they're like, "You can't do that." I'm like, "They're the utility company. There's a water main break. I don't know what you can't not. I don't know what to tell you. Like." You can complain, but they're still gonna do their job. So
I am strictly the messenger here. I'm not doing it. It's getting shut down whether I like it or not. So if you have to poop them if you got them.
Pretty much. Ooh, that is the name. That's the name of the title, right there.
That's the name of the title.
Poop them if you got them.
Oh no.
But yeah. Anyways, so Greg was making a joke. If it's brown, it goes down, which is a portmanteau that they used on South Park, or not a portmanteau, a turn of phrase that they used on South Park.
Yes.
That was based on if it's brown, flush it down, and
Yeah.
everybody was like, "We can't pee or poo," and I'm like, "Well, you could. It just
You can't. Yeah,
will linger."
it will be unpleasant for others. So
Yeah,
do what you need to do, but do it now. Yeah.
yeah. But anyways.
Okay. Well, how long was the water off?
So they said it was going to be up by 1 p.m. and apparently it didn't come back on until like 5.
Ooh. But you get done like around noon-ish or something, or
Oh
even
yeah,
earlier maybe.
I was way out of there. I was like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going home.
I'm going home. Good luck, people, with your. I was gonna say.
Inability to flush?
I was gonna go somewhere with where you can't poop, but there's not a real word. I mean, I was gonna say incontinence, but that's the opposite.
Yeah.
Constipate. No, that's see,
Nope.
it didn't work. That's why I stopped because there was no way to make that work.
You can still poop at home, but you can't poop here.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
that's good. Is that Semisonic? Like their
Yeah,
new
yeah,
album?
that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
their first one. Yeah.
No, it's
It's
the new album. You don't have
new
to go home.
single.
The new single is yeah.
You can't poop here.
You poop if you
Oh,
got.
poop 'em if you got 'em. Fucking gold, man. That's so
Oh,
good. It's
it's
so good.
terrible.
It's
It's so
awful, but
bad.
it's great.
It's awful. It's awful. Wonderful. It's
Yes.
wonderful. Wonder awful.
Wondoffer. Anyways.
Wonderful. I know, man. We're
Yeah.
struggling. We're like on the verge of terrible comedy. Like we're not quite getting to the terrible comedy
Yeah.
plateau, but we're trying. So that's really all you can ask for, I
Yeah.
think, today.
Okay.
So besides water main breaks, anything else happen?
Um. Nah. That's kind of it.
That's the
Oh
headline.
wait. Hold on.
Okay.
The cold front jerseys came out.
Oh, we need to discuss these.
Those are so cool.
They're sick. And I mean that in the best possible meaning of sick. They are incredible. They are straight fire. They are so good. For those who have no idea what we're talking about, the NFL is releasing what they call a rivals series of uniforms. Basically, just an excuse to sell more merchandise. They're going to have once a year when teams play one of their in division rivals. They will be
Yeah.
wearing these fancy schmancy uniforms that are different than the normal uniforms. So they're doing it 2 divisions at a time for the next 4 years. So one of the divisions was the AFC East, home to our beloved Buffalo Bills. My
Yes.
second favorite team, I guess. Sure, why not? It's important that I make sure everyone knows I am a Denver Broncos fan. First
It's
and
still
foremost,
not Bover. Still not Bover.
it's never Bover, as long as you believe.
Oh, that's another good one.
Ah,
Damn. All
I
right.
know
Continue,
I'm on
sir.
fire today. So anyway, so the Bills released what they are calling what is it's all I know them is the sick ass uniforms that are
Oh,
mostly white and
they're
they're
called the cold front jersey.
the cold front jersey. They are
Yeah.
all white. They have these cool blue numbers. They have a helmet that is just blue and white. And then they
Oh,
have
that's
like
awesome.
they look like they're like frosted or something. Like
Oh
they
yeah.
left them in the freezer for a little while just to get a little bit of texture. They're glorious. They're so good.
Also, no, it might be the first like actual football jersey I ever buy.
I can see that. That would be worth buying for sure. If they
Yeah.
have that, there's like a shoulder logo that's like silver and like let's got like cracked gold. But
Yeah.
if that comes in a hat, and I'm in Buffalo and I see a hat that has that logo on it, there's a very good chance I will be purchasing that hat, and then I'll have 2 Buffalo Bills hats, and that's ridiculous. But yeah, it's so good. So yeah,
It's
the
really
Buffalo
cool.
Bills, they released super cool uniforms this week. Sadly, I think the week they're going to be wearing them is the week after we go to the game. So we were like
Yeah.
of being able to actually see it, but that's okay. That's all right. We'll be able
Also,
to
I
see.
hope the
It.
Patriots lose.
Well, we always hope the Patriots lose. Although they actually released new uniforms too, and they're pretty good as well. Not as good as the Bills because the Bills
That's right.
released the best ones.
That's right,
But
sir.
yeah, okay, that is a good thing to have brought up. I'm glad you said something because I did not have it on my rundown. And
This show is very heavily scripted, as you know.
yes, that's correct. That's correct. So we just went off script a little bit because Brian had a good idea, but now we have to get back to the script. Pick up on line 4 of page 3.
On it.
Okay, good. Very good. My week this week. I tried to go to trivia this week. They told like the website said that there was going to be trivia. We had I don't know, there's probably 12 to 15 friends that were all meeting to come to trivia. It's going to be a whole thing that we do because we've done it like 4 times now. So we showed up to the Varsity Inn and we were foiled in our attempts to do trivia, Brian.
No, not can you dig wait. Not Sfield Team 6.
Yeah, this week it was going to be Careless Wismer this week.
Oh, that's another good one.
Isn't that great? Yeah, yeah.
That's
So
so good. Okay.
thank you. But unfortunately, the Arapahoe High School, my son's high school, their freshman football team decided to have like some kind of beginning of season banquet, and apparently this is the official bar of the high school, which I didn't think that was a thing.
Wait, hold up.
No,
They
not
have a
not
high
officially official.
school bar?
I mean, no, but also kind of, because there were, I don't know, 130 people, both high schoolers and their parents and family and friends and whatnot, and they had basically taken over the entire bar. Now it's like a bar slash pizza joint, so it's not just a bar. So it's not like it is the official. It's not, and it's not the official anything of anything. I just say that because it feels like it, because we've had several times where we've gone in and there's been something that's happening related to the high school. It's, I don't know. It's weird, but it's a place that if they're doing something, a lot of times some of the parents will do something in conjunction with the
So
varsity.
it's,
Yeah,
so it's the parents.
yeah. Well, I mean, it was
Okay.
the kids. The kids were there to eat pizza
Sure, and drink beer
and
underage.
drink beer.
I
Well,
get it.
of course, of course. I mean, that's what you do when you're a high schooler. You go and you drink beer underage. You can't
Yeah,
drink it
just
overage because you're a teenager. Jeez, what do you
yeah,
expect from
come
these
on
kids?
now. God. And you remember the only age to drink beer is when you're underage. Okay, we actually don't believe that.
Oh,
We got off
I don't,
we got way off topic.
I don't like that at all, because I am overage, but I still like to drink a beer. So yeah, we show up. There are way too many people, and like the lady who's there to do trivia was like, "There's, I can't do it. It's way too loud. There's like everybody who wants to play trivia can't see the TVs that trivia is happening on, because the high schoolers had basically taken over everything." Like we finally found a table and we did get a beer, so I did
Wow.
enjoy it. I did enjoy a lovely beer, but yeah, and so eventually she's just like, "What's your guys' team name? We'll give you bonus points if you come back next week." So, because
Okay,
like
that's
just too
cool.
much. So I get a few bonus points, and I guess we're gonna try again this week. But I was like, sometimes you just look forward to something for several days to a week to,
Mm-hmm.
months. This wasn't a month situation, but I had been looking forward to this for several days. And then it just didn't happen because it couldn't, because of high school football. And I
Damn it,
like
high
high
school.
school
That's why
football.
you don't like nope, high school football is the devil.
No, I like it okay. Freshman high school football. Maybe that's what I'm against. That's what I'm opposed to, because it was just the freshmen. So anyway, so I didn't get to do trivia. So that was a sad.
Well,
But I got over it. It's okay. The other thing is, yesterday I had to go to the eye doctor. And I
Mm.
don't mind the eye doctor. He's a very nice fellow. But I would like to just note that since I was a little kid, you've always had to go and get your eyes dilated.
Oh yeah,
And
that's the worst.
it is awful. But like, I've been doing that for 40 years, like getting my eyes dilated. And they
Right.
haven't like improved the technology at all. Like every technology has improved, but eye dilation, it's still, they put a couple drops in, and then like for the next 6 hours, everything
Yeah,
is
you
blurry, everything is too bright. You have to wear sunglasses indoors, and it's like, how is this not improved to the point where they can just look at it somehow without having to do that, or make it so it goes
I
away
don't know,
faster?
man.
I don't know. The technology, it needs to improve. I do not like it, but I got through it.
Yeah.
My eyes are back to normal now, so that's nice. And then last night, it was glorious. There's this Shakespeare in the Wild. It's
Oh,
this
that's
true.
like they do this thing here called Shakespeare in the Park.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, they do that all over the place and stuff. But like, it's totally free, and they're really good. Like, there was probably 400 people there in the park.
Hmm.
It's a covered park, just really close to my house. And so we went there last night, and they were doing Romeo and Juliet.
One of the weaker ones.
It's popular, but I do have issues with it. It's not my favorite Shakespeare. It might be the most famous Shakespeare, though. Honestly,
Not my
that
favorite.
that or Hamlet. But yeah, I mean, it's okay. But it brought me to this. What is the theme of Romeo and Juliet? Like, if you had to put it in like a word or two,
Mm,
or a sentence, maybe.
true love.
Mm,
True love will kill you.
True love will kill you. I think you came around on it a little bit there, but no. A lot of times people think it's a romance, or it's. I don't think it is. I think it's a meditation on bad parenting.
Well, yeah, there could be that.
Also, terrible. The terrible problem with letting children give into their passions,
Yes, that's true.
and the need for stricter sword control laws, I would say.
Yeah, okay, sword control. Okay.
Yeah. Because first of all, this all happens in like a 4-day period, from like beginning to end. And we go from Romeo, he's in love with another girl, and he's like moping because she won't love him back.
Right.
A few hours later, he's deeply in love with another girl. The next day, he marries her.
Yep.
Then he kills his cousin, and
Yep.
he runs away. And then 2 days later, she kills herself because of him, and he kills himself because of her. This is like 4 days.
Yeah, that is kind of.
Like,
I see your point about it being a meditation on better parenting.
yeah, like you got to teach your kids that, like, you know what, nothing worth killing yourself, and there's really not that much worth killing yourself over. Probably, I don't want to get into that. Seek help if you are thinking those thoughts. But
Yes.
like something to go from like not knowing someone to killing yourself over them in a 4-day period, that's just bad parenting. Like, no, you can't allow that to happen. Like, you can't give kids this much leeway. Also, why are all these? Because like I don't know how old Romeo is. They don't say it, but in the play, Juliet is literally 15 years old.
Yeah.
Like,
Roman's probably like 17.
yeah, maybe, but like 15 and 17-year-olds, like they're idiots. They shouldn't be making life decisions at this point. And I don't know the whole thing. It's just it's well written, of course, because it's Shakespeare. He's kind of good, or was kind of good at writing. I can't deny that. Like the language is beautiful, but like the whole, I mean, it was a different time and a different culture, so I get that. But also, stop letting 15-year-olds run around with swords killing each other, because that's bad. Don't do that.
Yeah, better sword control for
Yeah,
Fair
we need more
Verona.
we need more sword control in Verona. Clearly, this is what we've learned. So sword control laws are just, it's the darn, I was gonna say, what's the Verona equivalent of the Second Amendment?
I don't know. They didn't really
I
get
don't
into it.
I know. Did they even have, they had no laws governing, like it wasn't like there was a Second Amendment that made you know swords okay. They just didn't have anything against or for it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
failure
Okay.
of it's a failure of legislation is all I'm saying.
Truly, truly.
Okay, so anyway, yeah, so I saw Romeo and Juliet, and it was really good, and it rained on us a little bit, and then afterwards, the actors, they were also asking, for people to donate because they do it for free, but they would like to get paid, which I think is fair. But they also said that the rain was just, nature was crying a little bit at the sadness of the tragedy of the play. Uh,
All right. Let's
yeah,
tone that shit down.
I know. Well,
Yeah.
they're theater kids all grown up. What are you
All
gonna do?
right. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So there's that. But it was really fun last night. So I enjoyed that quite a bit. And then the last thing I really wanted to bring up is, well, no, there's two more things. Excuse me, there's two more things. They're similar. I mean, they're not similar except for the fact that the people, America's crazy, and that's why they're similar. But the first thing
Okay.
is, Brian,
Yeah.
I need someone to explain to me why Cracker Barrel changing their logo.
Oh man.
What?
Uh,
What? Okay,
when people bully a corporation,
it's a
that is
mid-tier.
amazing.
It's really kind of a crappy restaurant. Like, but they changed their logo, and
Yep.
like half of America lost their collective minds. Why does
Yeah, that
anyone
was
care?
crazy.
Why does anyone care about what the logo for Cracker Barrel is? Like,
My favorite thing about this is the president of the United States
I
had to
know
chime in on it. And
he's
it's
weighing
like,
in on it.
dude, don't you have like wars to diffuse?
Don't you have literally anything better to do than change a corporation change? Why does anyone care? It's a
Yeah.
crappy restaurant that serves like really unhealthy food, and I don't understand. But then it turned into a culture war.
Yeah, for a
But
few days.
yeah, but like only half of the people in the war cared. Like apparently people on the right started thinking that it was woke culture to change the logo,
Okay,
which,
that's a bit of
dude,
a stretch there.
yeah, well, like the whole blue sky Twitterverse was blowing up on this, and people basically were just saying that, like, it was a bunch of conservative people saying that liberals are so mad because woke culture is getting turned back because they had to change their logo back or something. It's like, yeah,
What?
uh, yeah, no one who's liberal cares about the Cracker Barrel logo. Like, we don't care
I
at all.
also think that a lot of people like didn't give a shit either.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people who really, really care about the Cracker Barrel logo, and I just don't understand why. Like, not at all, not
Yeah,
even a little bit. It
I
was
don't know what
weird,
to
but
tell you.
it was yeah, and I didn't figure you'd be able to shed a whole lot of insight because you're a relatively sane person in many ways, and not always. You got your crazy, but
Well, everybody does, I guess.
yeah. But you're not going to get super upset over a weird yellow logo with the guy leaning on a barrel changing into a different weird yellow logo that doesn't have the guy leaning on the barrel.
But that yellow guy leaning on the barrel in the logo is important. The Cracker Man.
He's the
It's
Cracker
part
Man.
of it's part of America's. It's part of the fabric of America. The Cracker
It
Man.
is. I
Not
like his
really.
I'm the Cracker Man.
I I sell mediocre food.
I'm the Cracker Man. I'll steal your. I was gonna say I don't know. I was gonna go poop, but that's just literally taking from the
The
Shadow
song,
Man.
yeah.
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 So I saw that again this week. It popped up in my Instagram feed, and I
Isn't it
watched it.
amazing?
It's so great. Like it's one of those things that if the Shadow Man shows up on your Instagram feed, you're gonna spend 2.5 minutes watching it because
Oh yeah, it's so great.
look at his fingers, Brian.
No! Ah!
Ah! Oh! Just shine a flashlight on him, and he'll be subdued. It's fine.
We
Okay, and then
recommend 16 lumens. Anyways, sorry, continue.
that wasn't a terrible Australian. I was a little bit
It was
British.
it was terrible Australian. Yeah, I can't do Australian. I'm sorry.
That's all right. No, I can't do it either. I can't. I'm bad at doing any of those accents. So
Yeah. That's why I'll never be in Hollywood. Anyways.
the only accents I really excel at are the racist ones that I'm not allowed to do because it's bad. I excel at those, but I'm not gonna do them. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Okay.
A good choice.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've got some sense. Not a lot of sense, but some. And then the final thing that's similar to the Cracker Barrel logo, only because the world is crazy, is that for the last, I don't know, 12 hours on, I was going to say Twitter, but I'm not on Twitter or X or whatever it is now. I know it's called X, but I'm not on Elon's platform. I use the Blue Sky, or as one of the podcasts I listen to likes to call it Blue Ski, which I do very much enjoy. So I was on the Blue Ski.
Okay.
And for the last 12 hours or so, basically it's been a free for all of people that were basically surmising that Donald Trump has died and that no one's telling us just yet, which I know on its face is ridiculous, but it also put the hope in you just a little bit.
I will say he's an old man and he has various health
problemos.
He has a lot of health problems.
True.
All of which you know, if you followed anything in the last like 3 years, you'll know what I'm talking about. But he's
true.
Like he's an old man. He has health problems. He eats McDonald's like all the time. I mean,
he's not well.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if he had some kind of thing and he was discreetly taken to the hospital. But yeah. I mean,
well, allegedly he's in Virginia. Someone spotted him in Virginia on a golf course this morning. So I think the dream is over. But he hadn't been seen in public for like 3 days, and that alone
is unusual. Enough. Yes, that is very weird. Unusual.
It's strange. And then like weird things were happening at the White House. Like they were playing really loud music from like the residences and stuff.
I heard about that. Yeah,
and it's like strange playlists like Les Miserables and David Bowie, which I don't. Can you imagine Donald Trump liking David Bowie? Because it just doesn't seem like he would. But anyway, and the Beatles and all sorts of stuff, but like really loud. And allegedly it was Trump playing this playlist, but then people were saying, "Oh no, they're doing something that's loud, and they're trying to cover it up with like I don't know, just dumb stuff that really isn't like substantial." No legitimate news source was reporting that Donald Trump had died because he has not died. Pretty sure that's accurate. And by the time this comes out, everyone will know, like, yeah, he's probably done 7 more horrible things, and we know he's not dead yet.
And waited on some other like little thing that nobody gives a shit about.
True. Yeah, like some other corporation will change their logo and he'll have thoughts. That's what the president does now.
I have thoughts about the Walmart logo. It looks like a sphincter.
I don't like how it's yellow with looking like an asterisk. Very bad.
What even is it? Nobody knows. I've asked.
A lot of people are saying it's something terrible.
The Walmart logo, it's awful.
Go back to the one you had before in the 80s. Everyone loved it.
The Waltons, though, the Waltons, they said, "Mr. Trump, can you please sell me the Broncos?" I don't know. Anyways, that went off topic.
It did. That's okay. That's fine. But it has been fun reading everybody's like thoughts on what it's like if Trump is actually dead, or just like basically they were trying to manifest it and telling jokes and things that are honestly off color, honestly kind
Yeah.
of bad, honestly kind of terrible. Yet I'm
You know,
not gonna lie,
I've
I wasn't
noticed.
against it.
Well, I've noticed that people either really love Trump or really hate him, and there's like
Yeah,
no middle ground. It's
there's
very interesting.
there's very few people like, you know what, he's okay. Yeah, that's true. He is polarizing.
Yeah, one would say divisive.
Yes, one would say divisive, but yeah, pretty sure. So our official take here at Untitled
A
is that
paragon of truth.
yeah, that's correct. That's what we do is truth. If nothing else, it's truth and poop 'em if you got 'em. That's what we do here.
Oh, and diversify your portfolio.
That's right, and an occasional unintentional racism. You know, it happens. We don't mean for it to happen, but you know,
Yes.
we're not perfect. We're not perfect, but we do indulge in truth as much as possible. We're pretty sure he's still alive. That's our take for now. So
And if this comes out in about a week or so when he's died, wow, are we gonna have egg on our face?
oh, that will be so embarrassing. Hopefully, I'll have stopped dancing by then, long enough to feel bad about it.
But you know what it is? You know what it's time for though?
I've heard that it might be time. The news. Yeah, it's time for the news, Brian. You got ahead of me there. I didn't have it pulled up, but fortunately, I'm very good with the iPad, so I can get to my news
Oh
stories.
snap.
Oh, I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, Brian,
Hello.
we didn't have any goose warnings at the top of the show.
You're right. Actually, the goose warning was purple because I actually had one last week come up to me and was like thinking about it, and I like cocked my like shin like a shotgun pump and was like, "Ha
Ooh,
ha!" I was
yeah,
ready. I was ready to
you
kick a
were.
goose, man.
Well, if you need to, yeah, you should always be prepared to kick a goose if necessary. It's just
I
a good
actually don't
survival skill.
know if that's I actually don't know if that's illegal. Hmm.
If it's illegal to kick a goose,
Yeah, well, I mean, if it's coming at you like a spider monkey, I mean,
I feel like you would be able to claim self-defense.
hmm, I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah.
what's in the papers?
All right. Well, this happened in San Antonio, Brian, and you can't trust geese, is all I'm
Correct.
saying. So whatever purple is, if there's a step above purple, I think we need to raise the goose warning.
Yes.
So what's above? I don't know if purple is low or high because purple doesn't seem like a good warning. Like green means things are good, and red means things are bad. But what the hell does purple mean?
Purple is like imminent, imminent goose attack.
Oh, okay. So
And then
maybe
red
purple
is
is
like, and then red is like the goose are attacking.
the geese are currently getting you. So yeah,
Yes.
find shelter, prepare to kick if necessary. Don't even worry about the legality. Whoa! Did Brian just leave? Is that noise was? Or did I just leave? What has happened? Did you?
I'm so sorry. I misclicked something.
You keep doing that today.
I keep doing that. Yeah. So whatever you said, I totally missed it. So San Antonio, can't trust geese.
Can't
Go.
trust geese. Purple is a thing, and we don't worry about the legality of kicking geese if we've reached red, because just kick a goose if it's there at
Right.
that point. So no, mostly what happened is I heard the Brian left the chat noise, and it made me scared. I'm sure you'll hear it on the recording. It was just mostly I was afraid. I needed someone to hold me, and you weren't there.
Yes.
But I'll get over it. It'll be fine. A little bit of therapy, and I should be fine.
Little bit of
So anyway,
therapy.
there is a spillway at one of the
Okay.
rivers. No, it's at a dam. Excuse me. There's a dam
Okay.
spillway in San Antonio, and a mother goose was at the top of the dam, and then 5 of the little goslings were down in the spillway. They had gotten stranded, and they were unable to escape and get out.
Okay.
The mother goose was honking very loudly because she was not happy at this situation, and some people called the animal care officers of San Antonio.
Okay.
The animal care services showed up, and what they did is they rappelled down the dam wall into the spillway to
Okay.
go, and with some, like, I guess cages is the right word. You know, they weren't trying to imprison the goslings; they just wanted to
Yeah.
rescue them. That's how you do it. You put them into a little thing and then lift them out.
Right.
So they gathered all the goslings as the duck. Not excuse me, not a duck. The ducks and geese are very different. As the mother goose. Sorry, wasn't ready. That breaking my own brain.
You're bad.
I know. I just heard the words mother goose and I started thinking of like nursery tales and stuff, and
Yeah.
my my brain just was like, what just happened? And it was the answer to that question is nothing just happened. You just said two words that sound like nursery tale branding. But anyway, I'm sorry.
Anyways,
Let me get back to where I was. So they have collected all the geese. The mother goose is freaking out because all of her children are being gathered by humans. Not a thing that mother geese tend to like. But she stayed up on top of she did not fly down into the spillway to rescue her children. She just kept getting angrier and angrier. And then the animal care officers tried to climb up the wall, but the spillway wall is full of algae.
oh no.
And very slippery, and they didn't have a ladder or any way to get up. So they tried for about an hour to climb out of the spillway, and then they called the fire department. And
That's
the
hilarious.
fire department had to come with ladders to allow them to climb out with the baby goslings. But in the end, everything worked out. The goslings were freed and rescued, as were the animal care officers who were also stuck. So apparently, this spillway is just like a death trap for both geese and humans alike.
Yeah.
So if you go, be sure to bring a ladder. I guess is the best advice I can have. But I just
Rope
think it's
ladders
funny.
work.
I don't entirely know if that wasn't a trap set by the geese to try to catch humans, and it succeeded for longer than it should have.
Truth.
But because we can't trust geese, because we do have a whole geese warning set up
It's
to
true.
really to look out for others across this nation. It's a service that we provide here at Untitled. I just thought I would. If you happen to see baby goslings in a spillway anywhere around you, not just San Antonio, all I'm saying is be careful
Right.
because you just don't know. Yeah, you just don't know. So, our next story brings us to Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. A baseball game earlier this year featured a squirrel who ran out onto the field and basically started staring down the Yankees pitcher. His name is Max Fried, and he was just there on the mound, just kind of like hanging out and not moving for a while. And all Max could think of, he says, is don't do anything stupid that's gonna get me embarrassed. He doesn't want to go viral for doing something against a squirrel. So he just
Right.
kind of stood there. He just kind of stood there and stared back at the squirrel, and they just kind of had like a little staring contest for a little while. And everyone was laughing because there was a squirrel in the field, so they couldn't play baseball. And then eventually the squirrel ran into the foul zone and then darted through a chain link fence into the scoreboard area and just went back into the world and went away basically.
Mhm.
It didn't allow the Yankees actually ended up losing this game 1-0 against the Red Sox. So it wasn't like a rally squirrel. It didn't change didn't all of a sudden make the Yankees win.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I mean, who cares? It's the Yankees. They've won enough. But it did inspire the Topps trading card company. They are going to be releasing a baseball card for the squirrel.
Love it.
Which actually they have already released it, and it sold out within hours.
Not surprised at all by that.
Yeah. No. Why? Of course not, because anything weird like that, of course, it's gonna go great. But yeah, the card actually reads on it. It's nuts. Furry Friend takes the mound at Yankee Stadium. That's all they put on the baseball card,
Amazing.
and they sold it, and they sold out. So so a squirrel became internet famous briefly, and then got a baseball card, and I don't know, that just seemed adorable, and I liked it. So
That is cute.
yeah. I would really like to get my hands on a base. I'm going to see if I can find a picture. I'll post a picture of the baseball card if I can find one on the internet. But that seems like a thing you could find on the internet. So, but I just thought of that just now. So I can't guarantee that it'll be there, but I can hope that it'll be there. So, and finally, Brian, we are about just past the 1-year anniversary of a really cool discovery in the fishing waters just off of Costa Rica. And this I definitely have pictures of, and I will be posting because it's awesome. Fishermen caught a nurse shark in August last year.
Okay.
They caught it and then they released it, and that is not really news.
Mm-hmm.
It was a 6-foot, fully grown nurse shark. They're unlike most sharks, they're mostly docile. They're not highly aggressive. But the thing that makes this newsworthy is that this is the first time that anyone has ever recorded that a nurse shark is bright orange.
Interesting.
It was an orange shark, Brian. They just released this week. They took it to a marine biologist, and you can read about this in the New York Times if you're so inclined. But they found this shark, and they took a bunch of pictures of it, and it was kind of feisty, but none the worse for wear. But it was fully grown, which is super duper weird because they're fishing and all of a sudden this orange glow comes up and they're like, what is that? And then they pull the shark all the way up to the surface, and it's bright orange. Like it could be part of the Denver Broncos logo if the Broncos were, instead of a horse themed logo, they were sharks. It would just be
Yeah.
that color. Like,
Interesting.
it is the reason it happened. Like, the marine biologists did a study, and what they've concluded is that it had like these weird ghostly white eyes, and they think it was albino, but it also that would just make it white or whatever. They think it has two rare genetic conditions taking place at the same time, so it's albino, but it also has this thing called xanthism.
Xanthism?
Xanthism. It starts with an X and then it has anthism behind it. So I'm assuming that's pronounced xanthism. I'd never heard of it before. But what it is it's a condition that causes an excess of yellow pigments in the skin. It's usually found in fish. There are not cicadas, that's the wrong thing, but there are fish. I've lost where the actual kind. There are other fish that they've seen this in before, but they've never seen it in something as large as a shark. And like, it would just, if in a normal shark, it would just make it more yellowish looking. It wouldn't be that strange. But in an albino shark, it turned the shark super bright orange. And I will post pictures of it on the Instagram.
That's really interesting and super weird.
So cool. And like, it looks much like the key lime pigeon, which that's not a natural thing. This is a natural thing. It just is naturally orange. It's just that no one's ever seen one before. And so like the scientists were like super excited to study like, the pictures and stuff and just come up with theories and stuff. So they published a paper this week about it. So 1 year ago, they caught the shark. It has been released back in the waters. No one's seen it since, so they don't know for sure if it's still alive. But they can't believe that it actually survived to adulthood because, well, first of all, most things with albinism tend to get eaten because they like stand out, especially in the water. Like, something's going to eat it, because that's sort of the rule of the nature, is something's always eating something else, and the smaller things tend to get eaten by the bigger things.
Yeah.
But this thing has survived to adulthood. It's 6 foot long. No one's eating it now. Like, it's just, it's going to live. Once you get to the point where you are, at the top of the food chain, then you're in a pretty good place if you're an orange shark. But trying to get there, pretty unlikely. So anyway, I think it's cool that somewhere in the waters near Costa Rica, there may to this day just be an orange shark swimming around, and that's pretty dope. So anyway,
Pretty
I'm
cool.
Craig, and that is the news.
The news. Okay, Craig. Today we are going to continue your anime education.
Oh, I'm already afraid.
We're just going to focus on one thing. It's called Quack Experimental Anime Excel Saga.
Wait. Okay, let me repeat that. Quack.
Yep.
Excel anime. What did you say?
No.
Excelsior? What is
Quack Experimental Anime Excel Saga.
Experimental anime. And
Yes.
quack like a duck.
Like quack is in a quack doctor.
Oh, well, that is a quack doctor. Not because I've never thought about what makes why do they use that expression for doctors? I'm sorry, totally taking away.
I don't know. Where did expression
doctors that are ducks?
No. Let's look up the quack.
What is the
expression.
what is the origin of quack?
So it's an old term called quackery, and it is fraudulent or inept medical.
That makes sense. Well,
yeah,
does it make
it's just
sense,
called quacker. I don't know. It's Old English, man. Nobody really knows what went on with. Nobody really knows. We've talked about this before. No, probably not.
I don't think we have.
No, we've talked about words having weird.
No, absolutely. I love a weird word, and when it comes from it, but I've never thought about like a quack as a doctor and a quack as a duck, and that those are not even remotely the same thing.
Yeah, they're not. It's Old English, man. I don't know.
No one knows, man. No one knows. They were crazy back then. Okay.
One could say they were indulging in quackery.
One could say that. I have derailed you. I apologize. Sometimes my brain goes Mother Goose, and it doesn't know how to deal with things.
Should I get you a pond to splash around in so you can be a silly goose?
I think that's probably necessary at this point. Yes, it'd be good. Please continue. I would like to hear about the Quack Anime Experimental Edition Excelsior version, or whatever it was you said.
Jesus, you didn't even try.
I'm so bad at this.
You're so bad at this.
Anime breaks my brain, Brian. It doesn't. I can't think. it makes
Well,
me
we're
it makes
gonna
me
we're gonna watch a
stupid.
couple episodes of this, and you're gonna love it
Oh my.
or absolutely
Okay.
hate it. So
One or the other.
basically, it's a 26 episode series that is over the top ridiculous. Like the
Okay.
dialogue is a mile a minute.
Okay.
The dialogue is so insane that both voice actors, and so there's usually one voice actor per market. So English and Japanese, right? In this
Sure.
case, both the original Japanese voice actor and the original English voice actor had to be replaced because of the dialogue, and because the show could have irreparably damaged their vocal cords.
Oh
So
my God.
yeah, you'll see, because the dialogue is rapid fire and makes no sense. Like, it's insane, and they either very minimally sped it up or didn't speed it up at all.
They just had to go full blast.
They
That was
just
hard on
all the
both cords.
time. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
anyways,
What's the what's the construct of this quackery?
so basically, it follows this high school girl. Her name is Excel, and she basically, her ideal job is she's a minion to Lord Il Palazzo. He's a leader of a evil organization that is inefficient and can't do shit, called Across.
Across. Okay, and her name is Excel.
Correct. Excel, like Excel spreadsheet.
So she's a spreadsheet squared.
No. Nothing to do with Microsoft.
Nothing to
Just that's her name
nothing
is
to.
Excel.
No, I'm gonna call her spreadsheet squared because that's easier for me.
Okay.
And
So
she has a boss who is evil but head of a completely incompetent organization.
correct. Yes.
And
And her
is the boss orange tinted?
no.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. And so Excel's Excel's hench person, like best friend kind of, is an
Okay,
alien girl named Hyatt who dies every episode, like
like
Kenny
Kenny.
from South Park. Yeah.
Sure.
And they have a little dog friend named Menchie, and they always threaten to eat Menchie because they forget to go grocery shopping.
Okay. I like
Yeah,
that. That's fun.
it's super weird, and every episode takes on like a different like movie trope, sort of like horror, or takes on a different movie. So one episode is about Alien, for like the movie Alien. Another one is like they rip on sports. So
Okay.
just crazy shit like that. The last episode is called Going Too Far, and it was basically made to be, at the time, because this came out 25 years ago, it was meant to be horribly obscene and violent and too long, so it couldn't be aired, but it aired anyway in like the DVD box set and whatever.
Okay.
So it's absurdist madness, and Excel is like madly in love with Lord Il Palazzo, and Lord Il Palazzo really just is waiting to take over Japan, and but he spends his time like sending his inefficient minions out, and he's playing dating sims or practicing guitar, and like just doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't sound like he's a real good leader.
No, he's awful.
Okay.
Also, there's another character called the Great Will of the Macrocosm, which is basically a spinning wheel of like it's hard to explain. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's a
Yeah, it's
no, wait,
just absurd as hell.
it's a spinning wheel? Is that you
Like
said?
it's a spin, like it's what the Milky Way looks like? It's like that, but it spins and it has arms, and it has a husband named Carlos who is a Mexican day laborer.
Okay, but what is it? Is it what is it though? It looks like the Milky Way, but it's spinning. Is
Yeah.
it small, like
Yeah,
human
it's like
size?
human sized. Yeah, it's like human sized. And it
But
has
it's
a
just
husband named Carlos,
Carlos, who's a
Mexican day
Mexican day
laborer.
worker. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Is it like miniature? What? I guess what I'm trying to say is, what is it? Is it
It's
like a
like a
like a psychic ball of energy?
yeah, kind of, but
Okay.
with arms.
Yeah. I, li- I like when you pick something that's so obscure that even you can't really describe what it
It's
is.
it's
It's
but you have to understand, I'm describing it like I described to you Italian Spider-Man. So
Italian Spider-Man. Oh,
you'll
absolutely.
probably love it. You'll probably love
Okay.
it.
I mean, I look forward to trying to make sense of the things that you've just said
Oh,
because
I'm sorry. His name isn't Carlos, it's Pedro. I apologize.
okay, so you did a racism now.
Well, I can't because it's my own people, so I'm in the clear.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, that's fine.
Is that how
Good
that
point.
works? I don't think that's how it works. I just forgot his
Could
name.
be how it
Let's
works.
chop it up to I forgot his name.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just
Oh,
say
right.
that.
And I forgot Pedro left his wife and son for the great will of the macrocosm. So he remarried. It's crazy. It's fucking insane.
Now that character's name is the Great Wheel of the Macrocosm.
The great will of the macrocosm.
The Great Will of the Macrocosm,
Mm-hmm.
and and it's like the Milky Way but spinning with arms.
Yes.
Does it talk?
Yes.
Okay, and it talks fast because everything in the show is fast.
No. Only Excel talks very quickly.
Oh, so
Yeah.
does he talk slowly? Is it a he?
Uh,
He has a
no,
husband.
no.
Or
It's a woman. It's a woman.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a heterosexual ball of micro energy of the macrocosm.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Well, I guess that'll make some people happy.
Yeah, yeah. And there's like 4 different storylines woven in every single episode, and it's absolute bonkers. But
I mean,
it's not
it sounds bonkers.
experimental as in like Angel's Egg from like 85 though.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Okay, we'll have to get into Angel's Egg, which is probably one of my favorite like pants on head weird animes, but it's
Okay.
very good and it's very hard to explain because I think there's like maybe 30 lines of dialogue in the whole movie, I think, or less than.
Okay. Okay.
It's good. It's really good. It's good in that weird way. But anyways, Excel Saga.
Excel Saga. Spreadsheet squared.
Yes.
Yes. Quack. Also.
The quackery, sir. Quackery.
There's so much about this I don't understand.
Yeah,
I look.
it's kind of hard to like break down. I'll show you. I tell you what, I'll find a video online and I'll show. It'll
Okay.
probably be like top 10 absurd moments from this anime, and you'll be like, what?
Oh,
You'll probably be like, what the absolute hell am I even watching?
I mean, you did that to me last night, and I sent you a very respectful W2F basically, because I don't know what I was wondering if that was what you sent me last night. Is this quack experimental Excelsior universe?
Oh, actually,
Um,
one of them was when that little blonde girl was running into the street singing across. That was part of Excel Saga.
What's the one that like a little thing jumps out that looks like a little lizard or something, and it's like very short, but I didn't know what was happening.
Lizard. Oh man, I'd have to go back and look at our incredibly long Instagram.
Dude, yeah, you might. I think it's really recent though. I think you sent it to me like last night. I replied back with like, with all due respect, what the f is this? So yeah, you'll have to let me know what that was, and maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's the thing we're talking about, and I need more because what you sent me was nonsenseness to my brain. Like it made no. I didn't understand what I was even supposed to be looking at on the screen because it was weird.
That's
So
fair.
I hope to understand it to a better degree. There have been varying levels of understanding with the things that you've sent me. Some of them, like Italian Spider-Man, I was initially extremely confused by, and then I
Mm,
got it, and then I understood, and then I loved. And then we did a
yes.
podcast that disappeared and makes me sad. Is that the first
Was
time
it
we've ever mentioned that on air?
Yeah, I think that was, yeah. I
Oh my
think we
gosh.
just never talked. Yeah, so we did an episode real quick. We did an episode after I explained him Italian Spider-Man, and he just
Yeah,
rapid fire texted me, "Oh my god, what is this? What is this?"
yeah,
And then we did an episode where we
yes.
literally went almost scene by scene
And
about it.
it was like an hour and 10 minutes of a podcast about a 37-minute movie.
Yeah,
And it was episode 32 of this show,
yeah,
and it will never be heard because the recording has disappeared into the ether, which makes us all very sad because it was a really good episode.
yeah.
So
It's gonna be really funny if every episode we record, it's gonna be awful if every episode we record with that's like 32, 42. Because
yeah,
the previous episode that we lost was 22. So
yes, we've lost 22 and 32. Well, this is episode 41, so you better dang well record and save that recording next week.
yes,
There's
yes,
a lot of pressure on episode 42 to actually come out because
there really is. Yes,
we haven't had an episode with a 2 come out since episode 12, and here we are, episode 41. So that's that could be a problem.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, I think it's time.
Okay. What do you got? What do you got for me?
All right. I'm going to do a musical this week.
Okay.
For those who are listening for the first time, which seems impossible, but if you are, at this
Mhm.
point in the show, Brian and I take all the things we've talked about so far and try to break everyone's brains, including our own, turning them into a movie pitch because that's what we do on this show for reasons
Yes.
that defy explanation. So here's my attempt. I'm going to do a musical because
Okay.
I don't think I've ever done a musical, but it seems like a good thing that we could do or whatever. And my main character is going to be a girl. Her name is Spreadsheet. She's in love with her boss, and I know his first name is Ill, but I don't remember the rest of it. So we're just gonna go. His name is Ill, I-L. That might not even be
Okay.
what his actual name is, but that's what I heard. It was like Il Pertuna Nato or something. I'm not good at remembering things. So
Obviously
anyway,
not.
no, no. But just ask me to remember what the name of that anime is in like 2 days, and it'll have turned into something completely different again. Although
Yes.
I'll know that it starts with quack and then it's like experimental Excelsior for the betterment of the people, something like that. I'm bad at anime. Anyhow,
Yes.
Spreadsheet. She has an unusual name, and so the first song is going to just be about yes, that's my name. Have you ever heard that? Like I don't even know what song it is. It's like that's not my name. That's not my
That's not
name.
my name. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That it's going to basically be that song, but it's going to be yes, that is my name. That is my name. And that's going to be like the song. I don't know. I haven't written the whole thing yet because this is movie pitch, and I just heard about
Right.
spreadsheet about 4 minutes ago, so I haven't written the whole song for it yet. But that's what we're going to do. So like that's going to be like the introductory song where she just comes out and just tells people, "Yes, my name is Spreadsheet. It's
Mhm.
my first and last name." There's no explanation. That's just her name. She's a beautiful girl, but her boss Ill, he's a very lazy man. He's not worthy of her love, but she doesn't understand that because she's young and impressionable. She's 15 years old and she's just fallen in
Mhm.
love with him because that's what 15-year-olds do. But unlike Juliet, she doesn't immediately marry him the next day because he also doesn't love her because this wasn't written by Shakespeare. Yeah, but anyway, but she's pining after her boss. Actually, she's older than 15 because that gets gross if she wants to if her
Yeah.
boss is older. Yeah, she is 22. That's much better. And wiser and older than Juliet at age 15, and realizes that you don't just immediately marry somebody the day after you meet them, even if they kiss well by the book. And she hasn't kissed Ill. That's
Yes.
beside the point. But then we have another story where Ill goes to everyone at the corporation. They work at a newspaper. It's a little old fashioned, but it's like we'll say it's like 1987, so newspapers are still a big thing. So it's gonna be like retro, set in the 80s, with modern music because that'll be fun. And Ill comes out to everyone and says, "Guys, I hate to tell you this, but they're going to be shutting off the water. So the next song is just poop 'em if you got 'em."
You got him.
We're going to get all the best artists from hip hop. I don't know who those are necessarily because I'm not a big hip hopist. I'm not big on the hip hoppery, but I feel like Kendrick Lamar probably will be involved somehow. We're going to get him, but it's going to just be poop him if you got him, and he's got to write. We're telling somehow we have something on Kendrick where he has to participate with us because I can't imagine Kendrick would want to write a song called "Poop him if you got him," but we have something embarrassing on him, so he's going to do it.
Blackmail.
That's right. That's how we got Kendrick attached. We're engaging in the ancient art of blackmail. So we'll do that. We'll have we need to have a real love interest because she can't fall in love with and like actually end up with her boss. So there'll be another guy. His name is it's either Carlos or Pedro. We'll just or maybe
We
it's
can't remember.
interchangeable. Yeah, we can. Actually, that's a good bit. He'll just be Carlos slash Pedro as we go throughout the entire movie. They'll call him both names, and and no one's gonna know who he actually is, and he doesn't care. He's fine. He's like, you know what, white people, what are you gonna do? And so spreadsheet, and Carlos Pedro, they end up falling in love at the end of the movie, and there'll be some kind of song because they go out fishing. This is really fall in love. They go on a fishing expedition near Costa Rica,
Mhm.
and they come
Ooh.
across an orange shark, and like the orange shark is the international symbol for finding your true love. We'll say for reasons.
Okay.
And so there's a song that's called like Orange Shark or something, but it's like a love ballad.
Orange shark. Do 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 do.
Dude,
Orange shark. Do do do
dude,
do do do.
wow, I was not gonna go in that direction, but I love it. I love it. Yeah, very good. but it turns into a love ballad too. So it's both Baby Shark and a
Ooh.
touching love ballad. It's going to be tough on our musical production team, but I feel like we
You
can
know what?
find a
We'll have
way.
we'll get Lin-Manuel Miranda attached. No
We'll-
problem.
Oh, dude, Lynn could do this. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Lynn, this is the pitch to Lynn. Lynn, we need a romantic love ballad that's based off of the tune of Baby Shark. What do you got?
What hit me, dog?
We hear you're a genius. Let's go ahead and prove it, dog. Yeah, and then in the end, Carlos Pedro and spreadsheet fall deeply in love. Il ends up getting fired by the board because of his incompetence leading the evil organization. So they find somebody else to take over their whole corporation, and everybody lives happily ever after. Or maybe the corporation just falls apart. That would be fun too, because if it's an evil corporation, we don't want it to succeed. But then there'll be just a big song at the end where they're singing and dancing, and every character who is part of it just kind of, you know, they're part of the dance at the end. It's kind of like a Muppets thing, like the Rainbow Connection kind of deal at the end there. So that's how we'll end it.
Looking for my rainbow connection.
Oh, should we do Dueling Kermit the Frogs? I want to. Why are there so many songs
Oh my god, that's
about
so good.
rainbow? And what's on the other side? I could do a Kermit the Frog, and that's not even racist. So that's good.
There you go. There you go. Well,
Now I want to sing the whole Rainbow Connection song as Kermit the Frog.
this. Oh god. Okay. Anyways,
Someday we'll find it. The Rainbow Connection.
And then I threw the football, and Travis Kelsey caught it, and then Miss Piggy was really excited.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy for Travis and also Taylor this week. They're gonna tie the knot. It's beautiful. I'm very happy. Okay, that just happened. Oh, anyway, my movie is now over. It is
yes.
your turn. I relinquish the floor to the distinguished gentleman from Western New York.
Yes, thank you, distinguished gentlemen from the mountains of Colorado.
Oh, thank you.
So my movie is basically going to be. Have you ever seen a vaudeville movie, like a movie about vaudeville?
I know. I mean, I know of the basic theme of like vaudeville shows. I've never seen I'm trying to think of like a movie that is like a movie centered around vaudeville, or an actual movie that was made during the time of vaudeville, like really
It's
old.
just like a ridiculous, over the top, quick moving movie, like film, like that, with like
Okay.
a nonsensical plot, and it's gonna follow a Mexican day laborer a female Mexican day laborer who basically marries her sweetheart, which turns out to be a very lazy leader of an evil company.
Okay.
Or of an evil organization, and she's like, whatever, I love him. And it's basically her, like, his shenanigans. It's kind of basically a reverse I Love Lucy, basically.
Oh, because the guy is the I mean, I guess we're just going with he's just the Latin guy. No,
Yeah.
no, Lucy. I Love Lucy's the Latin guy too.
Yeah. Ricky Ricardo. Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah. No. But I'm trying to figure out how it's a reverse. It seems like it's a direct Lucy comparison. Like, although, well, no, the boss is white in this
Yeah.
yours. The boss is white, and the day laborer is the woman. Does the day laborer have a name, or does she have two names?
She has two names. No one can remember.
Interchangeable. Is that
interchangeable?
Are we doing a racism? Are we doing a racism by doing that, or is it just,
I don't think.
Gag?
I literally just forgot, and I think it's a gag at this point.
I think it's a gag. I don't think it's a racism. Again, if it is a racism, it's unintentional.
Yes, but anyways, so like every day, like it's day 1, day 2, whatever, and it's just crazy shit all the time. Okay. And it's basically like, one time they get stuck, and there's a gang of geese. Like, so the husband messes up and upsets, the order of the geese, and the geese rise up, and then they get stuck. And so let's say Paulina gets stuck in with the leader of the geese, and like has to like talk her way out of, while they're stuck in this like algae covered pit, they just like figure out their issues,
Okay.
And so like crazy stuff like that is always happening, and she's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. This guy's super weird. Like, and like it's basically an absurdist meditation on who you've become versus who you were,
Ooh.
and but it's gonna be absolute batshit bonkers crazy.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm here for absolute batshit bonkers crazy. I'm willing to watch Quack, the Lost Years, or whatever that show's called.
I mean, you did watch Shark Side of the Moon, so
I did. It's true. Have you caught up yet with Shark Side of the
no,
Moon?
I need to get down with Shark Side of the Moon
Ah. Also,
and Shark Side of the Moon 2, Sharker.
oh dear. Or what about Osambi?
Oh, I haven't watched that one.
I
I'm
might have
almost scared.
I'm scared to watch it. For those who don't know, which is everyone, because we haven't told anyone, there's a new movie on Tubi that's called Osambi, which is about a zombie Osama bin Laden. Is my understanding?
Yeah, clearly the best. They have the best pitches.
They really do. I mean, the potential for zombie Osama bin Laden movie. There's a lot there. I don't know if they're gonna if it's anything like Shark Side of the Moon, they're gonna have a great concept and terrible execution, which is what I'm expecting. But
Yeah, I mean,
there's a non-zero chance I'll be watching that movie.
but you know what isn't ridiculous?
What isn't ridiculous, Brian?
Using a Q-tip. But how are you going to know how to use the Q-tip?
Well, there's a way, Brian.
What's the way? What's the way?
It turns out most people just try to intuit it or just guess, but you don't have to,
Mhm.
Brian, because if you take that box of Q-tips, and this is what they don't tell you in Q-tip school.
This is what they don't tell you. I'm
That's
just
right.
asking the real questions.
That's right. First, you have a glass of breast milk. Then you take that box of Q-tips, you flip it over to the backside, and there are instructions there, Brian. And if you read them, I know, mind brain explode. But if you just start from the beginning of those instructions, read to the end by reading the back of the Q-tip box, Brian,
Wow,
all your questions will be answered. It's amazing.
insanity.
What you should always do, you should always read the back of the Q-tip box.
Untitled with Brian and Craig is produced and edited by me, Brian Dunnigan. It is also hosted by me, Brian Dunnigan, as well as Craig Dodge. Opening and ending themes are created by AI, so nobody has license to those.